We're having an interview with the head football coach for UNK, Coach Morris, leading up to the Washburn game. Coach, how did fall camp go this year?
Well, it went pretty well because we didn't suffer any great injuries. I mean, nothing that we can't bounce back from after a couple of weeks. So we're a pretty healthy football team coming out of camp, and that's always a concern for any head coach, I think, probably.
Okay. There was a lot of buzz about incoming transfers this summer. How much of a role do you think they'll play in this upcoming season?
I think they're going to play a big role for us. We got a guard that I think is going to play a lot of football for us. O'Neal Chambers looks like a playmaker at wide receiver, so that's going to help us out. Tyrone Sellers, who's a McCook, Nebraska native, is going to play some at defensive end. Elijah Nye is going to play some at defensive end. So all these young men have come into our program either last December or this summer and have learned and matriculated themselves very well.
After coming off the most successful season in UNK history, what are your expectations for this year?
Well, I mean, what our goal is as a football team is, right now we don't have any respect in our new league. We haven't played in that league, and it's the best Division II football league in the United States of America. So, and rightfully so, they're a group of people that are very confident. So we're going to have to earn respect this year, and the only way you earn respect in this sport is you've got to beat some people. And you've got to play them tough. And when they leave the field, they have to know that they played against a good, solid, well-organized, talented football team.
What going into the MIAA, considering it's your first year, what do you think is going to be the biggest challenge switching from the RMAC?
It's probably going to be the depth. I mean, the MIAA is a fully funded football league, and the teams will have more depth. They can go deeper into their roster and pull out a scholarship player than they could in the RMAC. So, for example, we turned the ball over a lot last year and still won 10 ball games. So you're not going to be able to turn the football over 3, 4, 5 times a game and win games in MIAA.
We know Stephen Gooden went on to play for the Giants. He's in camp right now. The offensive line was a big strength of your team last year. What do you think is going to be your strength this year?
Well, I think probably, we're going to have to lean on our defense early. That's where we got the most experience, especially up front, with Justin Teal and Dick Swigert and Sandy Standback and Jason Wilcox and Luke Harrell. Have to lean on those guys pretty heavy.
With Washburn coming up on Thursday and watching film and them, how do you feel your team matches up?
I think we'll be a competitive. I think it's going to be a competitive football game. We're probably a little bit better than they give us credit for, and I know they're good, so we'll respect them coming into the ball game. But I think it's going to be a good football game. I think we've got some kids that can play football, and it's going to come down to the usual first game thing: who turns the ball over, who makes a big mistake in the kicking game, things like that. So if we can avoid some of those issues, then I think we'll be in the game.
So do you think those are pretty much your keys to winning the game?
Yeah, I think so. I think we can't turn the football over. When you play good people, you just can't give them things on a silver platter. You can't turn the ball over, so we've got to take care of the football. We've got to make something happen in the kicking game, and we can't get a punt blocked or, let them return a punt or a kickoff for a touchdown against us. So, we've got to be solid in the field goal business. If we get an opportunity to get points, we've got to be able to get them. So I think the kicking game is always a pivotal point in any second game of the year.
All right. Well, that concludes our interview with Coach Morris. Thank you so much.